In the quaint town of Riverside, lived Bridget and Daniel, a young couple deeply in love. Daniel, a dedicated soldier, proudly served in the military. Tears streamed down Bridget's cheeks as she bid farewell to her husband who was being deployed to a distant land for an extended mission. With Daniel away, Bridget found herself in a void, yearning for her husband's touch and companionship. She joined a local support group for military spouses, seeking solace and friendship amongst those who understood the challenges of having loved ones in service. It was there that she met Jake, a charismatic and charming man who seemed to fill the emptiness left behind by her absent husband. As Bridget and Jake spent more time together, their connection deepened. Jake was there to listen to Bridget's fears and frustrations, offering comfort and support in the absence of Daniel. Their friendship blossomed into an emotional bond that felt dangerously intimate. Caught in the throes of confusion and guilt, Bridget grappled with her feelings. She loved her husband but felt an undeniable pull towards Jake. The loneliness and the emotional void led her astray from the loyalty she had vowed to uphold. One evening, when the moon was high and emotions were running wild, Bridget and Jake found themselves alone at a park, hearts pounding with anticipation. The night air was filled with the scent of uncertainty as they shared their first kiss, which led to more intimacy, betraying the love that was thousands of miles away. In the aftermath of their indiscretion, guilt consumed Bridget. She knew she had crossed a line, and the weight of her actions bore down heavily on her conscience. She avoided Jake, trying to distance herself from the affair that had unraveled her sense of morality. Amidst the turmoil within Bridget's heart, Daniel's letters arrived regularly. Each envelope brought words of love, hope, and the dreams they had shared. With each heartfelt letter, Bridget's remorse deepened, and the pain of her betrayal intensified. Unable to cope with the guilt, Bridget decided to end her affair with Jake. However, Jake made an unexpected revelation. He admitted that he had known all along about Bridget's love for her husband, and he never intended to come between them. Relieved but still laden with guilt, Bridget began the journey of seeking redemption. She prayed for forgiveness and was prepared to fix things. She poured her heart into penning a heartfelt letter to Daniel, confessing her actions and asking for forgiveness. She vowed to make amends and rebuild their shattered trust. Months passed, and the day of Daniel's return finally arrived. As he stepped off the plane, Bridget held her breath, praying that he could find it in his heart to forgive her. They embraced, tears streaming down their faces, as Daniel whispered that he had already forgiven her, for he understood the hardships of being apart. With Daniel's return, the house that once felt empty and desolate was now filled with warmth and life. Bridget and Daniel spent their days rekindling their connection, relearning each other's hopes and dreams. Through heartfelt conversations and sincere apologies, Bridget shared the guilt that had consumed her during Daniel's absence. She admitted her mistakes and how the loneliness had made her vulnerable to temptation. Daniel, with a mix of pain and understanding, listened to her story. While his heart ached, he knew that true love required forgiveness and the willingness to rebuild. Knowing that healing would take time and effort, Bridget and Daniel sought professional counseling to navigate through their tumultuous emotions. Their counselor guided them through open dialogues, communication exercises, and trust-building activities. They learned to express their feelings honestly and listen with empathy. Additionally, Bridget continued attending the military spouse support group, sharing her struggles and growth with others who had faced similar challenges. The group provided her with a sense of community and reminded her that she was not alone in her journey towards redemption. As the days turned into weeks, Bridget and Daniel confronted their past head-on. Together, they worked to rewrite those memories with new ones, fueled by forgiveness and understanding. Daniel admitted that he felt the sting of betrayal but recognized that their love was worth fighting for. Bridget expressed her regret and acknowledged that she was wrong and would do anything necessary to uphold their love. One evening, Bridget decided to write a letter to Jake, the man who had been both a source of comfort and temptation during her husband's deployment. It was a letter of closure, allowing her to leave the past behind and focus on the future. In the letter, she poured out her feelings, thanking him for being there when she felt alone but also explaining that she had chosen to rebuild her marriage and commit herself fully to Daniel. As Bridget and Daniel continued to invest in their relationship, trust began to bloom again like a fragile flower. Daniel showed patience, acknowledging that trust would be rebuilt one small step at a time. Bridget, in turn, demonstrated her commitment by being transparent about her actions and feelings. With each passing day, they found strength in vulnerability, knowing that it was through honesty and openness that their love would be fortified. They embraced the motto that their love was not perfect, but it was genuine, and that was enough to carry them through. One evening, Daniel surprised Bridget with a candlelit dinner at home. He cooked her favorite meal, and they danced to their song in the living room. The sparks of romance ignited again. reminding them of the love that had drawn them together in the first place. They started dating each other again, making time for regular date nights and weekend getaways. They realized that nurturing their love and connection was an ongoing effort, much like the care a garden required to bloom beautifully. With their marriage slowly healing, Bridget and Daniel renewed their wedding vows in a small, intimate ceremony. Surrounded by their closest friends and family, they pledged their love, trust, and loyalty to each other once more. Tears of joy and relief streamed down their cheeks as they embraced, knowing that their love had weathered the storm. Bridget and Daniel's love grew stronger and more resilient. Their experience had taught them the value of communication, forgiveness, and unwavering commitment. They used their story as a source of inspiration to help other couples facing similar challenges, providing hope and encouragement to those on their own journey of redemption. Daniel continued his service in the military, but this time, Bridget stood by his side, supporting him through every deployment and separation. They faced the challenges of military life as a united front, knowing that their love could withstand anything life threw their way. In time, the couple welcomed their first child into the world, a beautiful reminder of the love they had for each other. Bridget embraced motherhood with a newfound sense of gratitude and responsibility, cherishing the family they had built together. Bridget and Daniel's story became a testament to the resilience of love. Their journey was not without its scars, but they proved that forgiveness and understanding could mend even the deepest wounds. In the end, Bridget realized that her moment of weakness had led her to appreciate the strength of her love for Daniel. The affair had been a wake-up call, reminding her of the value of loyalty, and it had ultimately made their bond stronger than ever before. As they held hands and watched the sunset from their porch, Bridget felt a profound sense of gratitude for the second chance they had been granted. They had faced the darkest parts of themselves and emerged into the light, ready to face the future together, armed with love, trust, and the knowledge that they could conquer anything as long as they were by each other's side.